Hello students, a very warm welcome to today's session in which I'm going to introduce you with some of the basics of Python. And these basics actually help you how to cover the operators like arithmetic operators, plus, minus, how a user can get the input at runtime and what user can do with that input. It means you can get the number at runtime, you can add those two numbers, you can subtract. Even during this session, I will help you to calculate the area of different shapes like circle, rectangle, etc. and the volumes of some 3D shapes like cube, cylinder, etc. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's dive deep into the Python basics concept. So the agenda covers these three programs that I'm going to help you with today. So first one is compute sum, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponent of given variables input by the user. It means user will input two variables, and what we are going to do with those two variables, we will find the sum, we are going to find the subtraction, we are going to do multiplication, division, and exponent. And the second program covers the area, and the shapes that I am going to help you with are the circle, rectangle, triangle, and trapezoid. Okay, so there are other shapes also that are mentioned, but I will leave that up to you to cover on your own after I will help you with these. Okay, so other shapes that are available are square and the parallelogram. Okay, so I will cover these four shapes and you have to work on your own on square and parallelogram. Okay, so third one is compute volume of the following 3D shapes, cube and a cylinder. Okay. And there are other shapes also available like cone and sphere that you have to do on your own. So without wasting any time, let's start. So first I am going to search for idle here, and here I got the idle and I'm clicking on it. So when I click it, I will get a screen like this. Okay, and as we were working on shell in our previous video, so now I will help you that how you can write long codes. This shell is very interactive and can only allow you to write single line of code, and the instant you press enter, it actually what it does, it gives you the output. But the programs that we generally write, they are very long and we need to save them also. This shell you can't save. Once you close it, everything you are doing, it will be lost. But if you want to save your data, you want to save your program, there is the other option that I'm going to help you with, is that you go here on the file at the top. Okay, so here in the file, you click on it and it will give you the option new file. So you click on new file and a blank new file is opened in front of you, right? So here you are going to code, you are writing your code and then you are saving it and you are running it. So we will follow all the steps one by one. So first of all, you need to get the input from the user. Okay, so suppose I want two numbers. So the first number be n1 equals to eval, and then input function is actually helping you to get the input, and this eval is actually converting it into the specified type. So if you are entering 1, so it will automatically convert it into integer. If you are entering 1.1, it will convert it into float, right? So this eval is actually helping you to be specific about the type. Okay, so as we are doing with C, C++, we will give a message, enter first number. Okay, and after that you have to close two brackets. Next we will get the other number, and without wasting any time, I am just copy pasting the same thing, control C and control V, and here you will change the message. Here you are getting the second number from the user. So you got two numbers, first number and second number. Now what you are going to do with these two numbers, first you have to add, then you have to do the subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponent. Okay, now how you can do the addition? Suppose s is the variable, let the sum be the variable that is going to get the sum. So how to get the sum? N1 plus N2. You are adding two numbers and storing the value in the variable sum. Okay, so it's better not to take sum because sum is already a keyword. So let's consider we are naming it add. Okay, and for subtraction, I am taking the variable name sub and I am going to subtract the variables n1 minus n2. And to multiply, let the name is MUL, and how to do the multiplication, n1 star n2. Okay, so after you do the multiplication, what do you want to do? You want to do the division also. So to do the division, we will take the variable name div, and how to do the division, n1 by n2. And the last one is exponent. So exponent is actually power. It means you want to raise n1 to the power n2, right? So suppose n1 entered by the user is 3 and n2 entered by the user is 2, right? So what will be the power? It will be 3 raised to power 2, right? N1 raised to power 2, that is 3 raised to power 2. And what's the value of 3 raised to power 2? If you write 3 raised to power 2, it will give you value 9. Okay, so how to do the exponent? For exponent, the operator is double star. This is the power operator, n1 star, n1 double star, n. Okay, so now we have done all the operations. Now we want to print the output. So to print the output, you have to use the function print, and you can write a message here. Sorry, not here, actually here. So you will write the sum is, so where you're going to store your sum, it's in the variable sum. Okay, and then what's the, not actually sum, it's add, sorry. Okay, and after that, the difference. So subtraction is actually giving you the difference between two variables. So the difference you are going to store in which variable? Sum. And the product, that is a multiplication, the product is, you are going to store it in variable MUL. So you will write MUL. And the division is in variable, which variable? Then is in div variable. Okay, and last but not the least, the power, the exponent. The power is, you will write POW, right? So I think that we should not take POW. Actually, it's already an inbuilt function. So actually we have taken EXP, name of the variable. Okay, so once we are done, we will close it. And once our program is finished, we will save it. So to save it, you have to go to file and you can write save as. So let's suppose I am saving it on the desktop here, and it's my first program. So basics, let be the name. And as it is a Python program, the extension will be .py. So the basics is the name and .py is the extension. So I am saving it. Okay, so once I will save it, I will click on the run button to run and check what will be the output this program is going to give me. I'm clicking on the run. So when I click on run, a drop down menu actually comes down and it asks you to click here, run module. Okay, so when you click on run module, this shell will prompt in front of you and the program will actually execute. So it will ask you for first number. So suppose first number I will enter 5. The second number I am entering 4. So it is giving me the output. The sum is 9. The difference is 1. The product is 20. The division is 1.25. And the power is 5 raised to power 4 is 625. Okay, so you can make it look more formatted as per your need. The sum is 9. After that, you can put a comma. The difference is 1. After that, again 1 comma. The product is 20 and so on. Okay, so this is one program that we have done. After that, our second program says that we have to do the area. Okay, so let's start a new file, go to file and click on new file, right? And here again you have to find the area of some shape. So suppose I am helping you with the shapes circle and rectangle, and rest of the shapes you can do on your own, and you should know the formula only, and it's very simple. So first of all, for circle, you know that we have to get the radius. So let R is going to store my radius, R eval. So I'm going to get it from the user input, and what message I am showing, enter the radius. Okay, and for square particularly, so we are going to calculate area of circle, and then we're going to calculate the area of sphere. So area of sphere, you need the side only of the sphere. So I'm going to get it in the S eval input, and the message says enter the side. Okay. So once you write it, we have to apply the formula. So suppose area C is going to calculate the, or going to store the circle's area. So what is the formula? It is pi r square. So instead of pi, I can write the value of pi, that is 3.14, and then r square means r multiply by itself 2 times, like this. Okay, so this 3.14 into r square is going to give me the area of circle, and I'm going to store it inside the area C variable. After that, what you want to do, you want to calculate the area of the square actually. So I am going to store it in the variable area S, and the area of your square is very simple. It is side multiply by side. And once you calculate all these areas, you simply have to print. So print a message, the area of circle. This is the message, and is, so it's in which variable? It's in area C. Okay, and then you can give and to concatenate, and then you can write and area of here is, and it's in which variable? It's in the variable area S. Okay, so the area of circle is in area C, and area of square is in area S. Okay, so our program is done. Let's save it. Let's save it on the desktop and give it name maybe 2.py, right? And once you save it, let's run it. Okay, so it's asking you to enter the radius. So suppose I'm entering radius 4. Now it's asking for the side of the square. If I enter the side 2, so it is telling me the area of circle is 50.24 and the area of square is 4. So this is the second program. After that, we are going to calculate the volume of some 3D shapes. So I'm going to start again a new file, and I am helping you with 2 shapes. Let the 2 shapes be cube and cylinder. Okay, so for cube you need the side of the cube, and the area is side multiply by side multiply by side. And for cylinder you need the radius and height. And what is the formula? It is pi r square h. So we need to get 3 inputs from the user. Okay, so first one is the S for the side of the cube. Then we need r for the radius of your cylinder, and h for the height of your cylinder. So let's get these 3 values from the user. So eval input, give a message, enter side of your cube. You can give the complete message like this to let others know that this is the side of the cube that you are getting from the user. Then for r, you can write r is equals to, you are going to get the radius. So eval and input, and what you are writing here, enter radius of your cylinder. Okay, so let's copy it again to get the height also. Control C and Control V, and here we will change that. Now you are going to get the height. Once we are done with the input thing, we have to do the calculations. So cubes area, suppose I am going to store, it's not area actually, it's a volume. So let's VOL of C specifies, or let it be cube, specifies that you are going to calculate the volume of cube. Okay, so what's the volume? It's S multiplied by itself. How many times? 3 times. And what will be the volume of your cylinder? It will be volume, and let it be SCYL, right? And its formula is 3 point, that is pi 3.14 into r square twice. So I am writing r 2 times, and then you have to write the height. Okay, so after calculation we need to print it. So print, what we need to give, we need to give a message, volume of cube is, so in which variable you are going to store the final volume? It's in vol cube. This is the name of the, and what's the volume of your cylinder? It's in which variable? It's in the variable VOLCYL. Okay, now we are done with the coding. Let's save this program on the desktop. Let's give it a name 3 dot extension py, and once you save it, okay, now let's try running it. Let's be very careful that we have written the names of the variables right, volume q and volume cyl. Yes. Okay, let's run, go to run and run module F5. Okay, it's giving you message, enter side of 3. So if the side is 3, you will get the message 27 as the volume, and let the radius of cylinder be 2. So, okay, sorry, I missed the height here. Here you have to write 3.14 into R. Here you have to give the H also. No, not this one. This one. Okay, let me close all the other files. This is 2. This is, oh, sorry, I closed it accidentally. Let me find it again. File, open. It's on the desktop. Name of the file is 3. Okay, so 3.14 into R into R into H. Okay, so let's run it. There is no issue with this program. Problem was that we forget to mention the height of cylinder. Okay, so that's why it is asking that you should enter the height. So here I am running it again 232, and it is giving me the output. So let's run it again. So you should be very careful that you're entering all the things. So 2, then we need to enter the radius 3, and then we need to enter the height, suppose 4. So it is giving me the volume of cube is 8 and the volume of cylinder is this after applying the formula. So this program is actually covering the volume, and the previous 2 programs are about the arithmetic operators like plus, minus, multiplication, and are helping you with the area of different shapes. And I hope you have got the understanding of these concepts. So practice these concepts on your own, and I will meet you again with more interesting concepts. Till then, keep learning, keep enjoying. Bye bye.